this one. We need mask here. We need mask for the rest. Yeah.
No? I'm fresh.
Look, I am your father.
Do the beep. It's okay? Works?
Without the mask, even better.
Yeah.
Okay, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the post-race press conference for the Babco 6 Hours of Bahrain, the penultimate round of the 2021 FIA World Endurance Championship. We've had a fantastic race today in tough conditions. I think the guys are going to enjoy their showers this evening after those efforts. Our winners, the number 7 Toyota crew of Mike Conway, Jose Maria Lopez and Kamui Kobayashi. Well done, guys. Great effort today. The first hypercar champions as well, Toyota Gazoo Racing, and you'll be chasing the driver's title next weekend as well. 15 points now in the title standings that you have. Mike, let's start with you. You took the car in the opening exchanges, but you really had to look after the tyres, which was the real name of the game today.
Yeah, a lot of unknowns. We'd never taken a set of tyres, that far into, with practice and stuff. So yeah, it was just a case of managing it from the start, and it seemed to work out pretty good towards sort of the second stint. We seemed to really have the advantage. But yeah, great job by all the crew, my teammates, Jose, Kamui, solid job all day, and it was good to get the win for the team championship also, and to extend our lead as well. So, but still all to play for next weekend. So we still got to work hard to clinch it next weekend.
Great job, well done, Mike. And let's speak to Jose Maria Pachito. It's actually a WEC record, 8th straight win, I'm told, for Toyota, beating Porsche and Toyota's record streak before, which is 7 race wins. So some nice stats coming out of this success. It's your 3rd consecutive win in the WEC this season. I mean, for you, that mid-portion of the race, which arguably saw the hottest temperatures, again, the tyre management was key. But tell us how you positioned your stints today to ensure you won this 3rd race this season.
First, congratulations to all the team. They did a fantastic job today. Congratulate my teammates here, Mike and Kamui. They did again mega job. Very solid like always. So I started with the stint. We were a bit penalized with the full course yellow, just a few seconds. And then, as you said, it was all about tire management. We didn't really know still with that kind of temperatures. So far, we were doing just 15 laps in the row in the testing. So, I just managed in the beginning. I probably managed a bit too much, but then that helped me definitely for the second stint when I could pull out again a gap and give it to Kamui, which after he kept pulling out. So it was a smooth race, no mistakes from the team. So we're very happy with this victory. I think it's very important for the team and individually as well for the drivers' championship. It gave us a good lead. Still a long way to go. It's 8 hours, but it's a very important result for us.
Nice job, well done to you. And let's move to Kamui. It was a 10th win for you. You're actually the 20th driver to ever score 10 wins in the WEC, so congratulations to you on the personal achievement today. You took the car to the end of the race and it looked quite calm, reasonably, but I guess there was still a lot of management, vehicle dynamically and personally in that heat to bring the car to victory lane today.
First of all, I think the team had a great job. Yesterday we struggled a little bit, but I think we found a problem yesterday. So I think we were quite, confident for today. And obviously, I think guys did a great job, and I think the pace was good. I think in my session, my landing time was, it's quite in the afternoon. Obviously, the physical is quite easy because temperatures come down a bit more, and even for the tires. So, myself, I had enough gap already. So, try to calm down myself, try to manage the tires, and just kept, the gap. And it was pretty smooth for me. And obviously, I think even no full course zero anything in my run. So I was a bit surprised, but I think so far we had a smooth weekend.
Nice job. Well done, guys. We'll see you back this time next week. Congratulations to Toyota Gazoo Racing, our hypercar and overall winners at the Babco 6 Hours of Bahrain. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
We're now going to be joined by our LM GTE Pro duo, our victors today, Kevin Est and Neil Jardy from Porsche GT team, the number 92 crew. Well done, guys. Congratulations. Great victory today. Third win of the season for you guys, and you've now got within 1 point in the championship standing, so it couldn't be closer on that front. Kevin, let's begin with you. You obviously started the race, and it looked quite straightforward today, but there was so much in terms of the conditions out there and what you had to do with the tyres. But tell us how you managed to get ahead and take the checkered flag first today.
Yeah, the start was very good. I was a bit afraid, but in the end I could have a good jump and a clean first corner. And then I think Ferrari stayed with us for the first 5-6 laps, and then they started to drop, and it seems that we were a bit better on the tires. We could stay a bit more constant. 91 was on our tail the whole race, which was nice to have somebody between us and Ferrari, of course, but also good for Porsche, because this double victory we needed for the manufacturer championship, and also it helped us in the driver championship. So no, the race was quite smooth, always difficult. Bahrain is a tough track on tires, but especially with this heat from 11 to 3 p.m. is very hot out there, and the tire suffers a lot from the track temperature. But no, the team did great on the strategy. I think we could extend what we could and didn't take any crazy risk. I think we were all in control today. All the pit stop, everything was correct, and this make a clean victory. So really happy with this one, very important for the points, and another one of a great season so far.
Great job, Kevin. Well done. And Neil, a highly satisfying win, as I said, in terms of what was out there and what you had to achieve in the cockpit. But it was clear that you had an advantage over the Ferraris this weekend. Are you expecting that to narrow up with the different conditions that are going to be in place for next week's 8 hours of Bahrain?
Yeah, we came here with the aim to win. We needed a double win for the championship, for the manufacturers and for the drivers. We needed to win, so we managed that. That's great. And I do think, because you could see that the Ferraris were on our tail on the start of the beginning with their tires. But then the longer the race went and when the heat came, they seemed to struggle a bit more. So we do think that with cooler conditions, the race might look very different.
It's going to be a really tight battle next weekend. Look forward to seeing the Porsche versus Ferrari legend continue as you're fighting for a world title. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll hopefully see you at some stage next week. So we'll join you then. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great timing from our LMP2 victors. Always. Oh, well, always with Robin Frines.
Present my trophy.
It's our first consecutive winners in LMP2 this season. Back-to-back wins for Team WRT, the number 31 car, and they now have a 5-point lead in the championship. Terrific result for the team. Ferdinand, let's start with you. You started the race. We've talked quite a lot about the conditions, but particularly in LMP2, managing those Goodyear tyres in that first heat, that must have been playing on your mind as you went into it, and then during the whole stints, or the double stint that you did?
Well, first of all, it was just a mega race for us. We just had a great time, improved so much through the practice sessions that we didn't even expect the pace that we had today. And it just meant that I had more fun out there. We had to start further back in 7th, but I had to start for the first time this year, and I didn't know what to expect. But anyways, I was able to overtake car by car, bring us up into the top 3, and just enjoy so much, and hand it over to these guys who finished the job perfectly. They looked like they had fun out there as well, and it was just awesome to once again relive the celebration feeling that we had with the team in Le Mans.
Great stuff. Well done to you, Ferdinand. I speak to Robin. Robin, you were in the car next, and then you took over and led as well in your second stint in the cockpit for the checkered flag. Yeah, you built a gap. You got the lead in that mid portion of the race and built the gap. I mean, were you, in terms of what Ferdinand mentioned, the free practice wasn't the easiest for the team, but obviously you made a lot of changes which paid dividends in the race.
FP1 was shocking, really, because we had a feeling we were very off base. The Toyota looked very strong, and also the car balance was not as it was supposed to be. So we worked quite hard, and during the session, step by step, where the car was improving, and then, as Ferdy already said, in the race, the car felt really good, and it was a joy to drive today.
Thanks a lot, Robin. Congratulations to
He said it with
guys.
such a big smile as well, didn't he?
He had a bit of fun with fastest lap in the last 5 minutes or so as well. So
yeah, I had new left tires, so well.
Great job.
And he nailed it as well, by the way.
Yeah.
So modest. Well done.
With the DRS and curves, that was.
Well done, Robin. And Charles, let's talk to you about your part in the race, because you built a bit of a gap, and United Autosports were right behind you. Fabio Scherer was applying some pressure on the timing screens, but you responded today, and you've got another victory. You must be delighted.
Yeah, for sure. Like Robin and Ferdy said already, we were quite off during the free practice, especially free practice 1. So I think we did a good improvement through every practices and also in qualifying. I missed it quite a bit with the track limit, but it was like a 6-hour race, so we didn't know that not everything was possible. And concerning my stint, yeah, I think I just tried to manage my tires as much as I can. And so yeah, I think at the end we improved a lot the car, and in the end, yeah, we put it on the first place. So I think it's pretty good race, but I think next week everything will be possible. Only 5 points in front of the 28 car. So yeah, it will be an 8-hour race next week, and there is quite a lot of points to deliver.
You're going to do some maths lessons between now and turning up at the circuit next week, and the permutations of the championship. Are you going to be looking at that?
Yeah, for sure, but I think we need to not like stress ourselves. I think if we do the same job as we did the last 2 races, it will be okay for us. But if we keep on this like consistent job, I think it will be okay for next week.
We'll leave the 1+1 to the other teams. We'll just focus on the data and nailing it.
very, very good. Well done, guys. Ferdinand, thank you.
Thank you.
Charles and Robin, congratulations to Team WRT. Nice trophy as well for the cabinet there. Well done to WRT. We're now going to speak to our Pro-Am winners today, TF Sport. We've got Ben Keating, Felipe Fraga, and we've got Dylan Pereira as well. Gentlemen, please take a seat. First win of the season for TF Sport, and the first win for Aston Martin actually since Le Mans 2020. So a great day for both Aston Martin and the team TF Sport. Let's start with Ben. Ben, you started the race, obviously did that pretty Herculean start to the race, the first couple of hours, and it was an interesting race. There was so much going on, and there was so much management of everything in this race in such tough conditions. Tell us how that panned out for you and the foundation it laid for the win today.
Well, I was not very happy with my qualifying position of 6th. I felt like I had a better pace than qualifying there, and I don't know exactly why. We put our race brakes on for the race, and I felt like our braking was a lot better. I felt like I had more speed today starting the race. Just our car was handling better than it did yesterday, and so kudos to the team for whatever they did to make it feel a little better for me, and it's still it's a whole lot easier to build a gap when you start up front. Starting 6th, it takes a lot of work to get around all of those cars ahead of you, and that takes some time out of you. But it was really hot out there today, and 2 hours in the car was a lot in the heat of the day. And no full course yellows or safety cars or no brakes of any kind for the first 2 hours of the race, which meant I was full on it the whole time. But it's really enjoyable to have a race, win, as you said. I mean, we were extremely close at Monza. It had random contact from a P2 that ruined our chance at Monza. We had a tire blowout at I'm sorry, I said it at Monza, at Spa. We were so close at Spa, so close at Monza, so close at Le Mans. It's really nice to finally get the win and be fairly close, or at least help our chances for next weekend. At least we're within spitting distance of the 83 car, so we'll see.
And it's great to see some mid-race telemetry from your ticket, your heart as well. So thanks, thanks for that, showing us how tough it is out there in racing in these cars. Thanks a lot, Ben. Well done. And let's speak to Dylan Pereira, because Dylan, you're the first national from Luxembourg to win this in WEC history. So that's quite something for your nation. But the mid-race portion, and when you took over from Ben, was tough. There were so many cars that seemed that they could win today, but obviously you made it count and you built that real platform to get the victory.
Yeah, so at the beginning I just go for my first stint, and just 3-4 laps after we pitted, full course yellow came out, and I knew the other cars behind us, they were 3 laps later on the pits, so I knew they would pit straight away in the full course yellow, so we lost a lot of position there. So we were 30 seconds behind, and then it was just summertime. I just tried to do my best, try to push as much as I can and try to keep the tires alive, because the track is really demanding on tires. And so at the end I gave the car to Felipe in the lead, and he did a good job to finish it.
Great stuff, well done. And Felipe, let's talk about that end to the race, some exceptional pace from you and big pressure towards the end, because the Porsches came alive, and you certainly your crew will have been relaying that information, but you met it solidly with some terrific management towards the end of the race. Tell us about that last phase, because you really had to concentrate, I guess, to get to the checker flag.
Yeah, like first stint, I was just like taking care of the car. Dylan gave me in a really good position. I was remembering how I was driving stock car in Brazil, because it was hot as Brazil today. More, actually. But yeah, second stint, when Porsche went out from pit lane, we were like 26 seconds in front of them. I was quite like happy in the car, easy. And then I told the engineer to told me their gap every 3 laps. And then 3 laps later, it was 21 seconds. And I say, okay, maybe we should push. And then I started to push really hard, and they still were like catching me like 1 second or half second at least per lap. So I really had to push my life there to take this win. And as Ben said, we passing so close to it this year. Many little issues to take us out from the P1, I think. But still good, we're still in P2 in the championship. We wanted today to take a little advantage from the 83, we did it. So let's try to win it again next week, and then we see what can happen for us,
Well, we're all looking forward to that battle with 2 extra hours next Saturday. So well done, guys. Go and get some well-earned rest, and we'll see you hit back here next week for the final round of the 2021 FIA World Endurance Championship. Congratulations to TF Sport and to Aston Martin. Thank you, guys. You can go and get rehydrated now.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yes, and our final guests now, we have the Pro-Am victors from Racing Team Netherlands. We have Guido van der Gaard, and we have Frits van Aert, and Joop van Uytted. Guys, great job. I mean, hard-earned win that kind of went to it did go to the last hour, of course, when Guido made that move on Loïc Duval. But just 2 words, really, Guido, that start. We need to start there. We need to start the start, because that was a little bit special today. 6th to 1st at the first corner. Tell us what it looked like from the cockpit.
Yeah, I mean, I always like doing the start. Been a bit of a thing of mine the last couple of years, let's say. And again today I had a good momentum. I could pass Loic in front of me, and Gonzalez I was side by side, and the guys were braking actually quite early into turn 1. So I was like, okay, let's go for it. We'll see where we are. I was side by side with the United car, and I could pass him on the outside of turn 2, and we were leading. So that was quite spectacular, but from then on, you know, it was just a matter of saving tires. I think the pace was really good in the beginning. The car was actually fantastic, the best all weekend, because we have been really struggling with the car in qualifying in FP1, FP2 and FP3. So suddenly it started to work, and we were quick. And I think, you know, it was a 2 stint which was really, really hot in the car. So when I jumped out, it was kind of tough.
I bet it was, but it gave a great start to what became a terrific race for you guys. And Fritz, let's talk about your strong stint, because in what Guido called ferocious conditions there, you must be very satisfied with your personal performance. And of course, now you take over the lead in the Pro-Am division. So happy days all round for your team today.
This is a perfect day, to be honest, really. This is a dream that came true. And like Guido said, we were really fighting with the car to find the right setup. Last year, we were doing really well, so we had a feeling we go to Bahrain and we know what to do. And Thursday, the first time out, we had so much on the steer and then turned to oversteer, and you know, there was no way of being compatible. And Friday, about the same, was getting a little better. But today in the race, you know, all of a sudden we had a car that was really performing well, and like it should, to be honest. So we all were happy with the car and say, okay, let's save tires, let's save the car, let's save mechanically, and make sure that we are going to make it today, and let's go to the podium and see if we can win. And it worked out so well. And to be honest, this was for me the most relaxed race we ever did. You know, my heartbeat goes up 100 times a minute, or even more, because you know you see you can win. And of course, the other side of winning today is leading the World Championship. But it all comes together next week, next race, and so we have to see how that goes, because if we want to become world champion, we need to win next week. But at least it's a good point that we won today.
If you can regulate your heartbeat, then I won whatever you're having in those conditions.
That's
pretty impressive.
I promise.
Well done to you, well done. And great pace from you as well today. I mean, throughout the three of you and the teamwork, especially in the pits today, you must be highly delighted you got this result.
Yeah, it was great. Like, the car felt nice. We always have this strategy where I carry over with Fritz's tires, and so we give him the fresh, and then I try to make the most of it after that. And it worked out great. I think that a lot of teams struggled with a lot of wear, and we didn't have that issue. And we were, I think, the most consistent car out there. So delighted with the win, and I think everyone did a flawless job, all three of us, and also the mechanics. They did a great pit stop, so can't wait for next week, and hopefully we can repeat it all again.
Great stuff. I think we'll all say the same. Thanks a lot, guys. Congratulations on that Pro-Am win. We'll see you next week. We've got 2 extra hours of running in the 8 hours of Bahrain. Thanks for joining us.